Hey everybody, it's Steven GetMoneyMyrick here, and in today's video, it has been 1 month since Street Fighter Duel released, and I thought it would be an excellent opportunity to revisit the game, maybe talk about the progress I've made in this last month, and you can compare yourself, because clearly if you're ahead of me, you're some crazy will with no life, and if you're behind me, well, you're just a loser that needs to try harder. Those are the only possibilities, of course. So we'll be looking at kind of where I have progressed after a month. I think it could be interesting too, like maybe a year from now, we go back and look at this video and compare like what did a month of progress look like in the first release of the game compared to a year from now. And along with that, I will be talking about some tips I've picked up in this last month, some things that I've been doing that you might find helpful, and just talking about the general state of the game and some of the things we know. We'll add real quick, if you're not subscribed to my channel, please make sure you're subscribed. I'm getting close to 3,000 subscribers, and that's a goal I've had for a while. So if you're watching this video, you like it, definitely make sure you're subscribed. Also, in the comments below, let me know what kind of content you want to see out of Street Fighter Duel. What are you missing? What would you find interesting? So let's get the cat out of the bag first. Let's talk about what my VIP level is, just so for comparison you can feel good or bad. VIP 8, which is probably pretty high compared to most players. Obviously the whales are much further ahead, but everything I'm saying is in the context of that. After a month, we're sitting just shy of 5 million total power, with our 5 strongest at 2 million. I still haven't figured out, like, because I don't have my limit break filled up. Let me just see if I add somebody to my limit break, does that change it? So we're at 4898. If we go into limit break and we add, let's just add Monster Hunter Ken. We're at 4898. Now we're at 5035. So I could bump that up a little bit if I just filled up my limit break. I generally haven't, just because I don't need to. Oops. I think I spent a little too much there. Whoops, there's something I've learned, that you can spend gems to unlock these. So there you go. Something you can learn. But, we're about 5 million power there, 2 million power total of our strongest. And we're the VP8. As far as campaign challenge mode, we're at 2324. And I feel like this is pretty low compared to a lot of players. I know some free-to-play players are even at like 25, 26 after a month. I don't know. I feel like I haven't gotten the luckiest as far as my hero bag goes. You can see we do have, a couple SSSs, and we have 2 legendaries. And we got SS Plus here with Bison. So, but I do feel like I didn't have like the best luck in drawing. I feel like I just haven't gotten a ton of A's. I'm sure everybody feels like that. But as far as like getting what I need, it does seem like after this first month, the strategies that most like non-well players are doing are involving Mad Ryu as a carry for damage, and Beast Zangief with a stun. So they're using his combo 2 here that can stun the target, and people are doing that manually. So if you were free to play and you're super try hard, people are going in and using that skill right before the super flash of the enemy, which is stunning them and is allowing you to push through damage. So I haven't been doing that, but that would be a method. Fighting spirits here, I thought it'd be interesting to just talk about that. I do think this level 20 fighting spirit, if you haven't heard, is extremely good, increasing their damage by 20%. For all your teammates. So that's something that I've been prioritizing. You can unlock that once you get your Bison to SS. We have figured out a few different draw methods. So we've unlocked, the choice recruit, which as you get more SS heroes, if you get 10, you can get up to 3. So it'll guarantee the hero that you want. And we've unlocked divination, and we've had pretty good luck. We'll go ahead and do 1 divination here today. I haven't done a 10 bomb for today. Actually didn't even want Bison because I'm now 4 copies short at SS Plus, but there we go. I didn't even want him, so it works out. As far as the exploration modes, we've done all the trial grounds and completed those 100%, and then the inverse world I haven't put too much effort in. I've unlocked it like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and for some reason it just seems overwhelming. It's really not that bad, especially if you want to just get some rewards. There is one guy on this level that is very annoying. But, you can at least start it, and you get some pretty good, like, A copies from it. So there's no real excuse for me to not at least try and get further on this. Is just for some reason I haven't felt the desire to, and I've been putting the max amount of time I want to into this game. For the Supreme Fist, the tower mode, you can see Flame Tower is a joke. We could definitely climb Thunder and Wind higher, but we've missed a few days, and we're at level 258 overall. Probably able to get a little bit higher with the heroes that we have now. One thing I would recommend is that you use your fast gains, and you probably use these up until they're over 100 or around 100 or so. You just get a lot of good stuff. You don't get that many breakstones. One thing, if you want a lot of breakstones, you can come into the shop here and you can refresh the shop for 100 gems, and that would allow you to like buy breakstones, especially for cash stuff. I am pretty low on cash. You can see here, I'll go ahead and buy this, but I did this a bunch and I actually ran out of cash pretty quickly. So something to keep in mind is like, yeah, that's a good way to get, 500 breakstones. It's just refreshing for 100 gems, but you do start to run out of money. I was at 75 million cash a couple days ago, and I'm down to 25 million through a combination of awakening some of my heroes to like 239, as well as just refreshing the shop and buying a bunch of things with cash. And I wanted to end the video just talking about the game itself. Like, am I having fun? I think I am. I think they've rolled out a lot of new modes very quickly, which surprised me quite a bit. Like how just quickly the guild v guild mode came out. And what I don't like though is it feels like everything's coming out of like nowhere. The Monster Hunter Kin event was definitely announced. It was like a week. Now, we didn't know what we needed at the time, and that left sour taste on a lot of people's mouths once it was actually released. But we definitely knew it was coming. But it felt very weird that like they announced Akuma was coming, but then we didn't get Akuma right away. We just got 2 new heroes with the Kami here and with the Poison hero copy, and they just kind of dropped out of nowhere. And it wasn't really a big event, and it was just kind of interesting. It's like, that seems like crazy to keep that pace, to drop like 3 new characters a month. Maybe they're just trying to catch up to, different versions. And so since they have the character models, they'll like get them out there. I'm not really sure. And there doesn't seem to really be a like structure yet. Like when a weekly event, like when a new one comes out, it just seems like stuff is kind of being thrown at me. And maybe I'm just too dumb and haven't figured out that it's like every Thursday is when the updates happen. But I'm used to having kind of a cycle of like, this is the new week, this is the new month, this is the new character drops, every month. We get 1 new character, and every week we get a new, like, is Buddha Battle going to come back again? Is Buddha Battle coming back every month, or is it coming back never again and they're just doing something different? If it never comes back again, that's like interesting. If it comes back every month, maybe there's certain strategies or optimizations we can think about and do. Same thing with Effigy Clash. Like, presumably it's coming back every month, but are they going to actually do something, different every month? But I am a leaderboard whore. I love just knowing how I compare against people. I love seeing different things. The fact that you can get on the map here, if you didn't know, up here in this corner here, you can look at the map and see where all your friends are, where your guildmates are, and just what level they're on. So you can see over here in 38 we got Lord Eric and Wise Agent, so which is pretty nuts. But then never mind, I won't go back and show the players that are lower. But you have the leaderboards there. You had all the rankings for the tower on your server and the progress on your servers, the guild effigy, damage, like all these different modes where you have like rankings. I for some reason I just love those. I love knowing how I compare to other people. If I'm playing a mobile game, I want to show off like how I compare. So love those. Things I don't like, the guild effigy. As a guild leader, I couldn't see like who had signed up. And that was incredibly frustrating. And I also can't see like who's attacked and who's done what. I think here, maybe in the battle report, I can see this part here, so I can see who's attacking and what's been done. One interesting thing too is like we destroyed this other guild before I even got to look and see and do my attacks. So I think one of the missions is like do attacks. So hopefully I'll be able to actually get these attacks in at some point, and we won't just beat people that bad. But that was a little annoying. Obviously people were upset about the Monster Hunter Kin event. I wasn't. I thought we just got a ton of cool stuff, and I kind of understood what they were going for, that it was a pay-to-win event for a collaboration character, and now we know that going forward as well, to expect stuff like that. Definitely the most frustrating part has been the lack of cross-server guild functionality. When the game first came out, you were able to invite players from different guilds or from different servers into your guild, but I guess they're doing some updates and some changes, so now we can't. I've been told that mid-April is when we can expect that to get fixed, But right now, it's pretty frustrating to be at 44 out of 45 and not be able to recruit. And there are a few players that I actually do need to kick due to inactivity, but I just have no way to replace them right now. So I'm just keeping them around in case they join again later in the future. But that's definitely frustrating. Obviously, everybody's dealing with that issue. We're maybe better off with it because we were able to get filled up quickly, and we are pretty strong, overall. But definitely very frustrating. Makes the game feel more dead than it actually is when your guild is dead and you see inactive members. When in reality, like, the game is not dead. We just can't recruit from different servers. But yeah, that's my progress after a month of playing this game. Like I said, I've been enjoying it, and there's been tons of events. Like, I can't believe, like, there's so much stuff to do in this game still, and they keep adding new things. I'm sure at some point it'll slow down, but it's just been like, I don't know. I've played like hours and hours and hours and hours of this game, and still haven't done everything I want. Like, you can see the inverse world, right? I still need to finish like that. You can see the towers. I could definitely do better on that. So lots of content, which is great. Definitely enjoying the guild aspects of it, enjoying all the ranking things. Feel like I've made pretty good progress. Feel like, we'll be pushing hard this week. It will be very interesting to go back a year from now and look at like what we felt was difficult and how much power creep happens and power scaling happens within games like these, and go like, man, that is so easy, but yeah, just kind of want to touch base. Let me know in the comments below. Are you ahead of me? Are you behind me? And again, let me know what kind of content you're interested in seeing. As is there anything out there I can provide for you? Maybe you have a question, maybe you don't understand something. Let me know, and I will definitely work on making a video about it. But that's all I have for today. Hope you have a great day, and I'll see you on my next video.